Hare Krishna. So Krishna, for the benefit of all of us, is giving different levels of devotional service that can be done. But the expectation is we have to reach the highest level. And the highest level we have seen in Shloka number 8 in the previous video. Always engaging the mind, thinking about Krishna and engaging all the intelligence on Krishna, thinking about Krishna. So in this way, fixing the mind upon Krishna, fixing the intelligence upon Krishna, one always lives with Krishna. Now, if suppose someone says that, no, this is very difficult, how can I do it? So Krishna says, okay, no problem. Let me reduce on my level. So Krishna comes down. And then he speaks this verse, Shloka number 9. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. So here Krishna is saying, Dhananjaya, O conqueror of wealth, O winner of wealth, Arjuna, Atha, if chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mai sthiram, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without a deviation, then now he is giving a solution. Abhyasa yogena tataha mam ichhaptum. Abhyasa yogena. Krishna is saying, then follow the regulative principles of devotional service. And in that way, mam ichhaptum, develop a desire to attain me. So again, the second solution that Krishna is giving us, or the second level of devotional service that Krishna is talking about is practice, abhyasa. Follow the regulative principles very nicely and then develop that desire to attain me. This is what Krishna is saying. So a very nice shloka here, and here Krishna used the word Dhananjaya, very important word, Dhananjaya. So Dhananjaya means winner of wealth, because Arjuna was so great and so talented that he would go and defeat even Devi Devtas, and in return he would get a lot of wealth. So Krishna is saying here that you have fought with many great personalities, now fight with your mind and get the wealth of meditation on me. So he uses the word Dhananjaya here. So let's see some of the very important points which I mentioned here. In this verse, two different processes of Bhakti Yoga are indicated. So the first one is for one who has actually developed an attachment for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by transcendental love. And second one, so what was the first one? That is fixing the mind on Krishna without deviation. That is the first one. Who can do it? The ones who have got natural attachment for Krishna. The second one, that is following the regulative principles of devotional service, is for the one who has not developed an attachment for the Supreme Personality of Godhead by transcendental love. So this verse that we are seeing is for us who have not developed the attachment to Krishna in transcendental love. So here it is given. For the second class, there are different prescribed rules and regulations one can follow to be ultimately elevated to the stage of attachment to Krishna. See, as of now, we don't have any attachment to Krishna. We are philosophically convinced, so we are doing some devotional service. That intense attachment has not come. Suppose if we ask this question, that do we have the same attachment to Krishna like we have the attachment to our child or spouse or some friend or whatever? So the answer will be no. So for this, what is needed now? We have to follow the rules and regulations very, very nicely. So many times people say that what is the need of showing off devotional service? What is the need of following these rules and regulations? Bhakti should be in the heart. That is okay. What you are talking about is the highest level of devotional service. One who has attained the love of Krishna. For them that is. Not for people like us who are contaminated, completely contaminated. If we see our state, we are so impure because of all the sinful activities that we have done in the past. All the sins that we are doing now in the present and all the offenses that we are committing. So our entire body, each and every sense of our body is contaminated, impure. So it's very important for us to follow the rules and regulations very, very strictly that is given in Shastra. Come what may. If we just follow Shastra, it is said, Dharmo Rakshita Rakshitaha. If we follow the Dharma properly that is given in Shastra, that Dharma will protect us. Even if it's difficult, we have to follow. This is a point that is made. Because only by then, we'll be able to come to that level of getting attached to Krishna. That love of Krishna will be developed in our heart. So it is given here that Bhakti Yoga is the purification of senses. So this is a very important point. Bhakti Yoga is a purification of senses. So one thing we have to understand here, a very important point is, as I said, our senses are as of now very impure and contaminated. And with these senses, we are trying to practice devotional service. But the actual devotional service will start when our senses are purified and when we engage those purified senses in service of Krishna. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami is quoting the Śloka where he says that Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. So what is the topmost devotional service? Rupa Goswami is saying the topmost devotional service is the service which is rendered with purified senses to the master of the senses, Rishikesha. So when we are practicing devotional service, this is what happens. When we follow the rules and regulations very properly, every single day, our senses will get purified. Now, see, if we don't have love for Krishna, the relationship between us and Krishna will be very, very dry. Now, it's like a person is working for some company, say, for a master. And when he's working for a master, so he does not have love for the master. He is just doing it. Why? Because the master will pay. And master does not have any love for him. He is just paying because he is getting the work done. So this is the relationship between the master and the servant of this world. And it's very dry. So if same thing happens with us in spiritual line, then it will be so dry and so monotonous. So that love for Krishna is very, very important. That Krishna prem is very, very important. When we serve Krishna out of love, that is what is pure devotional service. So where can I get this love? Online it's available? That love is already there in our heart. It is said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabu Nai Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kare Uday. So it is said that as of now, that Krishna Prema which is there in our heart is covered with all the contamination. So with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam and others, that is the 9 limbs of Bhakti, especially starting from hearing and chanting, if we do this very properly, in a very qualitative way, what happens? Shuddha Chitte, our heart will become cleansed, and Karaya Uday, the Krishna Prem will rise in the horizon of our heart. So we are not supposed to go and buy from outside. We cannot go and get it from anywhere. It is already there in the heart, but it's in dormant state. So that has to be activated now by removing the contamination. How the contamination will get removed? By following the rules and regulations that is given in Shastra. The regulative principles of devotional service. Starting from Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. This is very, very important. So it's given here, to practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, one should, under the guidance of an expert spiritual master, follow certain principles. How can we follow these rules and regulations, the regulative principles of devotional service? Under the guidance of the spiritual master. Not whimsically. We cannot say, I heard this, I read this. No, what is told by spiritual master, that has to be done. So for us, our eternal spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, is giving us few things here. First one should rise early in the morning. This is very important. We should arrange our lifestyle or reschedule various things in our life in such a way that we should be able to get up early in the morning in Brahma Muhurta time, which starts from 3:40 a.m. and which goes up till roughly 6:30 a.m. So between that time we need to get up. So if Brahma Muhurta ends at 6:30 doesn't mean that we get up at 6:29. We have to get up early because something is there to be done. What is there? The second thing is we have to take bath. We have to take bath in Brahma Muhurta. It's not that we get up in Brahma Muhurta and then take bath maybe at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. No. In Brahma Muhurta only we are supposed to take bath. Why? There's lots of negativity that is there in the body because of such a long sleep that we had at night. So we have to get up and take bath immediately to remove those negativity, that impurity that is there. And enter the temple and offer prayers and chant Hare Krishna. Very important. So what is supposed to be done in Brahma Muhurta? We have to go to the temple if we have a temple nearby, we can go, some ISKCON center, or some centers which follow the principles laid by ISKCON, that is Srila Prabhupada. That, and then we have to go there, attend Mangalarti. The prayers those are offered to their lordships. And then we have to sit and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We have to do our mantra meditation very nicely. And after this, are we done? Oh, there are some more things. Then collect flowers to offer to the deity, cook foodstuffs to offer to the deities, take prasadam, and so on. So we have to engage ourselves in active devotional service. That's what is mentioned here. We have to go and pluck flowers for Krishna, make garlands for Krishna, cook for Krishna, offer to Krishna, and the prasadam that is given. So Krishna gives us that prasad so that we can honor prasadam and get purified. And here also it is given that there are various rules and regulations which one should follow. And one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. This practice can help anyone rise to the level of love of God, and then he's sure of his progress into spiritual kingdom. So here is the clue, here is the solution. Under the guidance of the spiritual master, when we do all these things, hear from him Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens? Automatically, without our notice, we will rise up and up and up and finally reach to the level of Krishna Prema. So finally, Prabhupada is saying here, this practice of Bhakti Yoga under the rules and regulations with the direction of a spiritual master will surely bring one to the stage of love of God. So this is another very important point. So just by following the rules and regulations under the guidance of spiritual master, a person will reach to that stage of love of God. So this is called as doing bhakti or practicing bhakti by following the regulative principles of devotional service. Now if suppose someone says that no, it's very difficult remembering Krishna by doing all this, it's pretty difficult. Krishna, can you tell something else? Krishna says, okay, chalo, I'll pull myself down. Now Krishna gives a solution to this, or he speaks about the third level of service that can be rendered to Krishna. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna.